Hey dudes, what's up? Queen Eatus here. I hope you're doing well, wherever it is that you are and whatever it is that you're doing. I hope that you're doing your best, your absolute best to become the ultimate version of yourself. Turbo Max 2.0 version of yourself. Just think about it. What else is there? It's like having a car, Like the nicer the car is, the more proud and quote unquote happier you are. Because it's nicer, it's better. Well, the same way goes with our own beings, our own selves. Like the nicer and the fancier that we become, the wisest that we become, the kinder that we become, the smarter, the most spontaneous ones, the most social ones, the most genuine ones. It's easy to be shady. It's easy to not keep secrets, to not be honest. But easy is not really fun. What if we challenged ourselves to be the most honest people around, the most genuine people around? The kindest, the most compassionate. It's like we are like the gatekeepers to the world's heart. We know that the more that we care about those around us, the more goodness there will be, the better it will feel. We always walk towards the light. It's not just for pictures. We always just walk towards the light, and it has nothing to do with religion and everything to do with wisdom, with spiritual wisdom. It's different. Today I invite you to become wiser, to become better, to become the ultimate most bad ASSSSS version of yourself. To just like go off. Go the F off. Go do everything that you don't want to do, but that you know that will make you better and a more confident, secure version of yourself. You know what gives you confidence? You know what gives you this feeling that you're invincible? It's when you keep your promises to yourself. Like when you build that self-discipline, when you master self-discipline, there is a new level of confidence that you gain that you had never experienced before. Why? I have no idea. Just try it. Like, for an example, say, hey, I'm not going to eat more sugar. I'm going to cut down sugar from my diet. Or I'm going to wake up at this time and go and work out. Yeah, I mean, it sucks at first. once you get used to it, and it just depends on what level you are on your self-love journey, you know? Because I remember the days when I used to like say I will wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I will do it for 3 or 4 days in a row, and then I will stop, and I wouldn't have that inner strength, that inner willpower, that inner it's just, you don't even have to think about it. I I I'm talking about waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, I did it when I only did it for 3 or 4 days in a row, and then now I do it because I just have something to wake up for. It's different. There's no point of waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning if you don't have a purpose, if you don't have a mission for that day, you know? It's crazy, but it's true. Like when you don't have a mission, then you do it for a few days and then you stop. Because there's no one or nothing depending on you waking up at that time. It's different when you actually have something to wake up for. And that's something that we need to wake up for. It's our purpose. Our purpose is that one thing that we live for. It's that one thing that we are in service of. Imagine having a child and that's your purpose. It's like your child, and you have to feed it, and you have to take care of it, and you have to love it, and you have to nurture it every single day, because a child doesn't grow overnight. Well, neither does our dreams. They just don't materialize overnight. They only materialize when we put in the work. It's not the work from an ego standpoint, but just more of from a purpose standpoint. Like, how is this one thing that we are going to do every day going to help the world become a better place? How is this one thing that we do is going to make a difference in the world? How is this one thing that we do going to take away the pain from somebody's life? If we don't think in those terms, then there's no point of waking up. It feels better to lay down and sleep in. But it just depends on where you are on your journey. And I'm not saying wake up and be of service to others in that way. But purpose is using your gifts, what you're natural at, what you're good at, what you don't have to think at, and put that one thing to service others in one way or another. And that's the hard part. That's the difficult part. We so say it is, but it's really not. It's just a little more of like, stand back, take a look at the big picture, understand what it is to have a purpose, use your gift to be of service to others, to help others, use your gifts, what comes natural to you, to be in service to others, aka help them, add value to their lives. How can our gifts add value to somebody else's life? That equals purpose. So today I invite you to find your purpose in life. Yes, you like music, but it's not just music. It's music plus. How is that going to add value to somebody else's life? That's where the tricky part comes in. Because you have to be creative. You can't think like everybody else around you thinks. That's where we go wrong when we try to imitate, when we try to co-create with others visions of their own lives, you know? Like, okay, maybe we're both creative, but you want to go there and I want to go here. So Sometimes we end up trying to collaborate and create with people that have the same vision, aka creation, but don't create it in the same way, so you clash. But you try because it's better than trying alone. And sometimes it works the other way around. You work alone a lot of the times, and you need to work with other people to spark that flame, whatever it is. Whatever it is that we need, it doesn't matter. It's not what we actually do to get there, it's what is there. And what is it there? How can we use our gifts to add value to somebody else's life, aka finding your purpose. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. And I'm going to let you to think about, what is it that you do that you really enjoy doing, that you get lost in time when you do it, something that you're eager to do, that you look forward to do, not something that you dread, not something that you have to do because of the money, not something that you're just used to doing, but something that you love doing. What is it for you? Think about that one thing for a little while and just kind of try to imagine yourself waking up every day and doing that one thing. How does it feel like? I know, it's silly to think about, because how can we ever do that with everything else we got in our plates? But let's just stay there in those 2-3 seconds of bliss that we feel whenever we think about those things. About how is it that what we love and enjoy doing can add value to somebody else's life, therefore making this world a better place to live in. Because if we can make somebody else's life a little better, and then they can make somebody else's life feel a little better, and so forth and so on, then there will be less negativity and more positivity in our everyday. And that will make the whole entire difference in the world. So that's why we need to do this. We need to evolve, people. We need to expand, open our minds, open our hearts. Let's just stop with the cycles and the repetitive patterns, the victim complexes and finger pointing. Let's just take ownership of who we are and what is it that we want out of life. And let's come to terms with our gifts and what is it that makes us us. Let's stop acting like we don't see ourselves. We're like we're less than what we are, because we're not. Let's just stop, okay? Like, we've had enough of that I'm not good enough stage, you know? Let's just be over with that for a minute. What if we were capable? What if we felt empowered? What if we felt confident and sure of ourselves and who we are and what we stand for? What if we know what our purpose is and how we're going to use it to add value to somebody else's life? What if? I invite you tonight to dwell on that thought for a minute. What if everything great will happen in your life? Feel that and stay there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. And then do it again and again and again. And as many times as you can. And you'll see what happens next. What happens next. Till next time.